Now, Asian Americans have endured a rise in harassment and hate attacks since the coronavirus pandemic began, being scapegoated because the virus came from China. Increasingly, Asian Americans are speaking out against xenophobia and inflammatory political rhetoric.
People will judge you by how you look. If you look Asian, if you wear a mask, they'll just pick on you no matter what. There are even like 3 Asians in Texas that got stabbed. Getting a gun somehow make you feel a little bit secure, knowing that if you really are attacked, you have something to self-defend. I just didn't feel safe as an Asian American at that time. When I first came here, I wanted to adapt to American culture like as soon as possible. That's why I tried to go to all those football games, go to those home parties. After what I went through in this pandemic, I realized that they will always see you as an outsider because you do look different. Being American means to me is like they fully accept you as who you are. We really don't want to be aggressive or attack anyone or insult anyone. We just really hope we can feel safe here in the States.
As cities open up, we're expecting a surge in anti-Asian racism even more.
My sister died over that COVID. That Chinese broad here.
So I'm expecting when kids go back to schools, they're going to get bullied. When we go back into the office place, we'll face jokes. When we go out into the streets, we're going to be harassed even more.
Are you from China?
Why is that?
You haven't heard of the coronavirus?
People are targeting whom they think is vulnerable.
Come here, sanitize your.
So women, children, and elderly.
I talk about the Chinese virus, and I mean it. That's where it came from.
I can name Kung Flu.
Then there are spikes after politicians use the term Chinese virus. They associate Asians with masks with the disease, and they think of the disease as being Chinese.
I'm proud to be a Chinese man. I'm proud to stand with my black sisters and brothers.
As Asian Americans, we stand with Black Lives Matter, not as a generic group of people who show up, but as a particular community with a particular racial history. We bled to build the railroads. The American farming economy is built on Filipino and Japanese labor in the mid-1900s. Black bodies are brutalized, they're objectified, they're fetishized. Asian bodies and voices are erased, and they're marginalized, and they're ignored. Older Gen Z, younger millennials, for some of them, this is the first time that they've protested, that they've marched. There's more of an understanding in this generation that we are ultimately fighting against the same oppressive system.
You be too late, too stink. Clean it in the mouth with some toothpaste.
My rap group and I wanted to emphasize the fact that Asian Americans belong here. We were born here. We're saying that hate has no place in our country.
You're not a threat. You're just a kid. Go play with your switch. Yeah.
A really important watch there. The views of some Asian Americans about the racism they faced during the coronavirus crisis.